1942, everything that's red is controlled by Germany and Italy, mostly Germany, except for Switzerland and Spain. Well, Spain technically was neutral, but they had been in alliance with Germany. This is German controlled all the way down through Greece, but not Turkey. July 1943, invading Sicily. More than 160,000 Allied soldiers, sailors, and airmen battled to capture the Italian island. Sicily was taking Palermo, Messina in July of 43 to be the Italians who were in the Axis. But gee, they're thrilled to be liberated from the Nazis by the Americans and the British. From Sicily to southern Italy up to Salerno in September, and then eventually on the rest of Italy. Landing at Anzio now in January of 44.
The 36th alone has suffered 1,900 casualties.
May of 44, Italy is liberated. There's a bunch of thrilled troops and civilians.
Yeah, but this said...
These are American troops celebrating in Rome. This is turning the tide, pushing the Germans back.
German fighters approaching in 200 yards per second, slammed the 3rd Division.
Preparing for Overlord, the invasion into Normandy.
The Germans have been preparing for the Allied invasion of Europe. Along the coast of France, they have created a daunting defensive line, the Atlantic Wall. Millions of tons of steel and concrete, laced with mines and mortars and machine guns, defended and reinforced by 500,000 German troops. It is the work of Hitler and his seasoned field marshal, Erwin Rommel.
The war will be won or lost on the beaches.
Just across the English Channel, the Allies are preparing the largest amphibious and airborne invasion the world has ever seen. The Americans at Utah and everything depends on the coming hours.
This is a mock-up of a German defensive structure. Like a dollhouse. This is what it looked like inside. This is what that gun tower looked like. Pretend that we're inside it. Telescope looking out at the English Channel. Shore, probably south of Pointe du Hoc. And here they are looking out at the English Channel. Oh, I do see some birds.
Pinned down by machine gun fire, American soldiers clustered, frozen in terror along the seawall. Their comrades are wounded or dying. The fate of the invasion rests on their shoulders. The Rangers climb the guns have been moved in.
And we're climbing up the cliffs.
And destroyed them. But Bloody Omaha and the 4 other beaches are secured. More than 150,000 Allied troops are on French soil. Hitler's Atlantic Wall has been breached. But there is no time for celebration. More than 6,000 vessels and landing craft, backed by thousands of aircraft, focused on 5 Normandy beaches.
This is a German artilleryman, 1944. That's what he carried. Our poor American, he is loaded American assault infantryman. Of course, he has to land from the air. That's his parachute. Gas mask bag. And he's got a rifle in there, unassembled. And an inflatable life vest. An inflatable life belt. Here's the American 21st Army Group. We've got U.S. 1st Army and the British 2nd Army. But coming on down here to more divisions. We've got George, Fox, Easy, Dog, Charlie, Baker, Abel. Nowhere does it say Omaha or Utah. Over here is Utah. We've got Victor, Uncle, Terror, Sugar, Roger, Queen, and Peter. Here's Pointe de Hoc. Poor Rangers had to climb the cliffs there. Here we have the British 2nd Army and the 30 Corps, 1 Corps, 50 Infantry Division. There's the Canadians and some more Brits. They had Sword, Gold, and Juno. First in to see action on D-Day were the airborne troops. And a lot of them got lost. But here's a guy loaded, getting on the airplane with his parachute, his machine gun, and tons of other stuff. My guess is this is a British glider. They were made out of paper and probably balsa wood. And you can see it did not do well in the landing. Here's airplanes and here's some of the ships. This is 116th Regiment before they got to Omaha Beach. There were 170 men who went in the first wave. 91 were killed and 64 wounded. That's getting pretty close to 100%. Bedford, Virginia, Company A, there were 19 men who died on Omaha Beach. 2 more died later. The population's only 3,200, and they lost 21. Here's the Army Rangers at Pointe de Hoc. These are the cliffs they had to climb up. That looked pretty easy there. And after they got some up, they did get a ladder. That helped. This shows Cologne in Germany at the end of the war. This is the cost of victory. 1945, Germany surrendered unconditionally. We still had the war in Japan for several more months. I'm on the 3rd floor, and we have some tanks and jeeps and airplanes. And I guess that's the type that Happy Boyington flew in the Black Sheep Squadron. They made a TV show about it.